English is spoken all across the globe. In the United States, Standard American English, or SAE, is considered to be the gold standard. SAE is one of English's many dialects. A dialect is a particular form of a language which is unique to a specific region or social group. Although it is now considered the standard for academia, SAE was once considered a divergent dialect. When British colonists first came to what is now the United States, they began to develop what John Witherspoon coined Americanisms, or deviations from the British dialect. After the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, dialects began to change even more as colonists moved west. Dialect differences can occur without geographic separation, however. This was the case with Black Americans, who were enslaved until 1863 and legally segregated in public spaces until 1954. One dialect commonly spoken by many African Americans is called African American English, or AAE, and it has its own grammar and vocabulary. In one linguistic experiment, researchers showed young children two pictures, one of Cookie Monster sick in bed with no cookies, and the other of Elmo eating all the cookies. When the researchers asked, "Who is eating cookies?" all of the children pointed to Elmo. But when researchers asked who be eating cookies, the black children who spoke AAE pointed to Cookie Monster, while the white children who spoke something closer to SAE pointed to Elmo. They were using habitual be, or an AAE verb form that indicates an action that someone usually does. They knew that Cookie Monster usually eats cookies, even though he wasn't right then. You may be thinking, okay, Caitlin, that's cool and all, but why does this matter? Well, this is important because the idolization of SAE within academia disenfranchises minority students. Academia has historically been reserved for affluent white Americans. So academic research began to be published in a white dialect, leaving minority students out. Because SAE is the standard for academia, it is expected that all minority dialects assimilate. Then, research continues to be published in SAE, which keeps it as the standard for academia, leading to cyclical academic discrimination. But as we learned earlier, other dialects are just as intricate. Educators valuing linguistically diverse students as much as they value SAE is a step in the long journey of dismantling discriminatory academic practices.